Good morning, Yankee fans. How you guys doing today? I already see the chats already in full motion. We didn't even get started yet. How's everybody's morning going? Will we have our morning coffee? I'll do a fast salute to everyone. Good morning. I have my Lavazza Italian coffee here, right here. Salute to everyone. And this one's for you and the Yankees and your health and everything in between. Oh, my God, there's nothing like it. First off, let's say hello to the late night man, Jason. Stilio, how you doing, big guy? Dev Finch, how you doing? Happy wrestling to you. Real Bill, how's everything going? Let us know how everything's going in the home. I hope everything is fine. Good morning, Jake. CT Cards, who's coming up in a couple of seconds here. In my chat, I have Robert, I have Bob Rizzo, I have John Ferrazzo, I have Paula, I have Teresa, and I have a very special guest that I want to give a shout out to. It's my beautiful aunt who's going to turn 97 years old. God bless her. And I want to wish her and our great family a very, very happy birthday. It's actually in a couple of days, but the family is getting together today to have a wonderful birthday in a setting in a nice restaurant. And I am so proud that she's my aunt, and she's the matriarch of the family, man. 97 years old. God bless her. She's got all her wits, and we love her to bits. Angina, we love you. And just another 25 years you got to give us. You grew up a beautiful family, and thank you so much. So, Angina, this is for you. I know it's only coffee, but we love you very, 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 very much. God bless you. Sorry, I get a little emotional, guys. Can't help it. That's the way I am. I am a very emotional guy. I also want to say thank you to everyone that's been on the stream and giving likes and subscribing. I really appreciate it. And my partner TJ over at Turnbuckle Talk, we're very, very, very happy what you guys are doing. You're liking the videos, you're subscribing. And we have a lot in store for you guys. So I want to say thank you right off the bat. Also in the chat, we have FG. How you doing? Neighbors, how are you, man? Salute to you and your family. Let's see. Graham, how you doing? Yes, we'll get into Chaz in about a minute or so. I think he's going to be okay, and he should be in the lineup tonight, hopefully. We had a really good lineup like that last night, and not because we scored. It was just everything fell into place. Everything fell into place, and I love that lineup the way it is. It's 100% great. Leave it that way, man. Leave it that way, please. And of course, we got to take the jinx off of Amazon tonight. I'm going to do everything possible for us to win tonight. Everything. So, I want to get that out there. Let's go Yankees. So without any further ado, let me bring up CT Cards, a big contributor here of New York Yankee Mania. Good morning, CT. Thank you for joining us. How you feeling?
Good.
Everything's good? Your family? Everyone's cool?
Yeah. Actually, I had a funny adventure this morning. I took the dog out for a walk, and there was a deer right in my garden. And my dog and I didn't see the deer. And then we made eye contact with the deer, and my dog's like, "What is that thing?"
Yeah, it's the deer to pay his rent.
I guess
they got to pay rent if they're in your property. I mean, let's face it. But no, everyone. Stephen B. Good morning. How you doing, big guy? Thanks for joining the stream. All right, let's talk about the wonderful game last night. Oh, I love saying that, CT. I love that rather than start yelling and screaming with the Don lineup the way. I like it the way it is. Could you imagine a 30 home run hitter hitting ninth? That continues. He has no pressure on him, man. Leave him there. Go ahead. I don't want to do too much screaming. Go ahead.
Oh, no. What I think was great last night was that we finally saw, we need Wells to get going. And last night, I think he had 5 RBI night. Yeah, 5 RBI and 2 hits, 2 runs. And it's, Trent, it was good to see Trent again, hitting, because that, I don't know, something's telling me he's falling off a cliff right now. If you look at his numbers, they've been doing this consistently. So I'm a little worried about Trent. So it was good to see him get some hits last night. And of course, Max Fried, I mean, guy's unbelievable. I was expecting him to enter the 8th for at least a batter, but I understand why they didn't. They're already winning the game, but I just want to see Max go deep. I can't wait to see him go real deep in one of the games coming up here, because I can see him going to 8 innings here in the next couple games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, definitely. What you saw from Chaz Chisholm last night.
He's got to stop sliding. He's got to stop sliding head first.
Yeah, and he's sliding like absolutely crazy. And also he's swinging at everything again. Good morning, FG. How you doing?
He's starting to swing for the fences.
Yeah, I don't understand what his thinking is there. I really don't. Just meet the ball. You choke up, do whatever you have to do. He's got so much talent to bring out. He doesn't have to kill the ball. He's not Aaron Judge.
Exactly. We already have a judge.
I was reading an article this morning. They feel that the ball is still traveling. That wasn't 469. That was like 569. That ball went crazy.
I think they didn't remeasure that.
Good morning, Merck. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, come on. This line, I mean, listen, even with that lineup last night was probably the best lineup that they could put out without Giancarlo Stanton. Do you agree?
I agree with you.
And the way they did it, Boone used his head, man. He batted Wells ninth, and look what he did. He said, thank you. Gave us 5 RBIs.
Yep. And Wells
now, like, we kid around. What, is he going to be out of the lineup, or they're going to bat him cleanup? No, leave him there, man. Leave him there. Leave Volpe where he is. It's ridiculous. Just do it. I mean, have you ever seen it? I mean, there's more lineups than changing your underwear. I mean, it's ridiculous. Come on, man.
No, I like the lineup last night a lot.
What?
And but I'm still concerned about Stanton coming back. I still don't know how we're going to arrange everything and make this work. I don't know. I'd love to see the notes that Boone and the coaching, what they're putting together for when Stanton comes back. Because I don't understand how they're going to get Ben Rice to still be able to play unless he's catching. And on off nights for goalie, but everything gets complicated. So I'm curious how the lineup's going to look when Stanton comes back.
I can't wait. And I got news for you. I love the way he looked last night. I know it was only his first game, but if he looks like that the next 2 games, he's going to be in Fenway, baby.
Yeah, I believe
that
so.
Lineup is going to be that. I'm going to be very, very excited for that lineup. 99 over 22. I hope you have some good comments for us today. Come on. Give them a little credit, 99. I know, I feel your pain, believe me. But let's give them a little a little shout out. Nitin, I'm going to give that pleasure to you when you come on around 9 a.m., I believe, and you're going to make that announcement. I would really appreciate it. Nitin says I'm coming on around 9:15. Okay, great. Awesome. Merck says, did you see what I said? Yeah, there's something that's going on. There's something that's going on with Chaz that may be a brawl or something. It reminds me of when George Brett was on third base. Third base on the Yankees in Kansas City. What is that all about? Every time there's always something that goes on in Kansas City. some strange things have happened in that place throughout the years. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's going to be much to it. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's going to carry over? I don't see it. I don't. Do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait a minute. I'm asking the wrong guy. The guy that wants to stir up trouble no matter what he does. Now, I retract. I forget it. I retract everybody in the chat. Do you think there's going to be a spillover? I can't ask this maniac. There's no way. There's no way. I retract. I take the fifth. I'm done with him.
Yeah, where's Ken when we need him?
Real Bill says it's a bunch of nothing. Graham goes, Jet, that might have something to do with what he said about the Royals last. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. He's got to calm his jets.
Yeah.
You know, it's the first time he was a Yankee, the first time he was in the playoffs with the Yankees. He was going nowhere with the team he was on, and he was very lucky to come to the Yankees. So he really should calm his jets and just play and be happy that he's a New York Yankee. Jay goes, I like the fire from. Oh yeah, no, I like the fire, but don't get your other teammates in a problem, because they'll have no problem throwing at Judge. And is that what you want to see? I don't.
No, we don't need that happening.
Yeah. I mean, CT. One thing about this team, they can be great. Yeah. And if they have a manager and the stupid analytics, which of course we won't get into, I will not get into it because you know the way I feel about that. If I could get a bat and kill every computer with analytics, I'm going to do it. And I'll mail you the bat. I don't want to be behind. I like my freedom, but I'm telling you right now, if they use their head, look at that lineup last night. That can win. That lineup can win. And then you add Giancarlo Stanton, and let's go, baby. I'll go up against everybody, anybody you want, but it's got to be in that order.
Yeah.
Don't put people's pressure. Don't do it.
No, just like you talked about, Joe. Remember, Ken, you and I had that funny conversation. I was 100% in agreement with you. Ken wasn't about moving Volpe down, and when we do, Volpe seems to respond better when you put him higher up in the. Yeah.
Look at Wells, mate. The case is closed.
I agree.
Wells is so much. There's a big difference of batting fifth and batting ninth.
Yep.
I mean, look at the at-bats he had. He had great at-bats.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Now, what do you think about Santos last night needing 42 pitches to get out of 1 2/3 innings?
I don't think he's long. I believe they're going to send him down today, and they're going to bring up the guy that I've been crying about. Oh my God, we have a surprise in the chat here. Oh man! I got to bring him up immediately. Let's bring him up. Jason 161. Look who came to say hello. I love this guy is amazing. How you doing, Jason? Good morning.
Good morning, you guys. Good morning, chat. What's going on, everybody?
Quick question for you. First of all, how's everybody? The girls good? Wife, everybody's fine?
Dropped them all off at school, so far so good.
What do they have? Another week, Jason, and then they're done?
My two youngest are done already. Now they're doing aftercare before summer camp starts next week.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow's my eldest's last day in first grade, so and then she'll be with the other girls in summer camp too, starting next week.
Awesome. I wish them a lot of luck.
Jason's going, thank goodness for summer camp.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob Pedruzzi, welcome to the show. Jonathan, my question. I feel, and a lot of us feel, yesterday's lineup without Giancarlo Stanton was the best lineup the Yankees could go forward with. The way it was, and Wells batting ninth, and all of that. What do you think?
Me or Jonathan?
You.
Me. I'm fine with. I think my preferred spots for Austin Wells are 9 or 1. So because he can drive in people from the 9 spot, he can drive in people from the 1 spot. So
Okay.
and it just makes the bottom third of the lineup better. So and it is a good lineup, and I do like once Stanton comes back. I mean, they might bump him to 1, so they move everybody down a spot. Which is it's only going to lengthen the lineup. So, but it was a good lineup yesterday.
I think it was the best of all year.
I would rather have him at leadoff than Goldschmidt, but that's just me.
You have some concerns about Goldschmidt right now? He's looking very, very sluggish at the plate.
No.
Okay. All right.
You got to remember last year Goldie had a hell of a second half. I think he's going to have a good second half of the season.
Okay. So all right. So with that in mind, now what are your feelings with the bullpen? Do you think that like a guy like De Los Santos will be sent down today, and maybe they bring in a fresh arm?
Today, probably not. Probably not. I mean, they only used De Los Santos and Tim Hill for one guy today. They have everybody else available today. I don't think they'll make any bullpen moves unless they make a trade. So, and I don't know if you guys heard, but last week they were finalizing a trade for a big reliever, and it fell through. So, somebody from the inside told me this, and from the Yankees told me this, and they were going to trade one of the young bats for a relief pitcher, and that team asked for a second player, and the trade fell through.
I would think so. They're going to hold the Yankees to ransom. You know that. I mean, there's no question about it. It always happens. And one way or the other, the Yankees will make a deal happen. Babe, listen, they might still revisit that deal, Jason. You never know. I mean, obviously.
I can tell you this. The young bat was not Rice. It was not Dominguez. It wasn't those guys.
Great. Okay.
Plaza?
I can't say.
Yeah, just let's keep it. I don't. If he can't say, he can't say. At least he was nice enough to say that he had it. That it's a possibility. So, as we move forward, Jason, what are you seeing for tonight? Do you see they may keep the lineup the way it is? Do you think that Boone will he got 5 RBIs, let me move him up to the 5th spot, or do you leave the way things are?
I think it'll be similar to last night. Maybe might be one spot here, one spot there, but I think it'll be similar. But yeah, they keep winning, so I don't really see the point of questioning the lineup if they keep winning.
Yeah, exactly. I fear a little bit the Toronto Blue Jays. You have any fear in them? I mean, honestly, what are your feelings? I don't know. There's something about that team this year that there's a little bit more magic, a little bit more jump in their step. Do you feel them at all?
Not really. I have a feeling they're going to wind up selling some pieces at the deadline.
Really? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What I'm hearing, they might sell a piece or two at the deadline. But not far from with the Rays both ahead of Boston, but I can't see them adding. But crazy things have happened. But I still think, I think they know too that they've got to shed.
You think they spent all their money on Guerrero Jr.?
I think they kind of shot their load on the Guerrero contract, so which I think makes Bo Bichette vulnerable. I don't see Bo back next year either way. So.
Well, Jason, we have one of your pals waiting in the wings. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. Jonathan, how you doing, Jonathan?
There he is.
Good.
Any words of wisdom today? Any breaking stories, Mr. Fountain of Information?
I've been looking in the morning, but for now, nothing of great interest that you probably don't even know. Nothing of breaking news.
Well, Jason outdid you today. Sorry, pal. Got to go with Jason because he gave some good information. But we still love you, Jonathan.
I also share Jonathan as well.
Yeah, he told me yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you guys are collude. Oh, hey, I get you. I'm out of the loop because I'm just out of the loop. That's okay.
Well, I didn't share with Jonathan on the channel. I wanted to share with you on the channel so multiple people heard it.
I appreciate it. Well, Jason, I don't have to tell you twice, 3 times, 10 times. Whenever you feel like coming on, don't wait for me to ask. Just say, hey, Joe, I'm coming on. And that's what's going to happen because you are and again, I don't mean to embarrass you, but you are the man. And I do not have to. You are welcome in Yankee Mania anytime. You're the original co-host, and you are the man. Love your channel. Love what you do. And I feel like I've known you for a very long time. You're probably saying, I don't want to know him, but it's okay. No, but really, Jason, anytime you can give us what, it's well appreciated. I mean, your knowledge, your channel is second to none. And we follow your lead. It's big shoes to fill.
I always say it's you guys and gals. I say it on my channel all the time. It's you folks that inspire me. It's you folks that make the channel better, not me. I've been that for years. So I'm going to continue to say it. I feed off of all of you.
Well, Jason, you've always been good with your sense of humor, the great community you have who come to your channel. There's always fun going on. So you do a great job with your channel. I always enjoy it.
Try to keep the ego out of this whole thing.
Well, the one thing with Jason is he's always positive. Like, in other words, I'll do a rant, but he always looks at the bright side of everything, which is good. And then you have somebody like me that'll probably drive you crazy.
Nah, it doesn't. I try to look at the silver lining without ignoring reality. So, and I know it drives some people crazy, but it's what it is. So,
what all these channels have done for me, it reminded me that I had those, and I showed you, Jason, the pictures of Jabba in the old stadium.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. You showed the pictures yesterday. I'm sorry that we were, we had to go. But thank you, Jonathan, for that. That was very nice of you.
That was taken. I think it was taken in 08 or 07. It was in
that era.
Yeah, it was when they had Hughes, Gaba, Cano, and
Kennedy.
Yeah, Cano. What is that? Murderous Row and Cano, and they did nothing. But that's besides the point. Jason, I wanted to ask you about Cousins. That is a little bit of a downer. I was really looking forward to him in the mix.
I think it's just going to heighten the sense of urgency for them to add relievers. So, I think Cashin's going to continue to be aggressive, and at this point now, I mean, the guys that we have coming back are Beater.
Pitched good last night, by the way.
What's that?
Beater. He looked good last night.
Yeah. And who else is coming back? Brubaker.
Baker. Yep.
Efros, maybe.
Efros.
Are we ever going to see Efros?
Yeah, when hell freezes over.
Seriously.
They also have Winans. I don't know if they're going to.
I'd like to see him up.
Alan Winans, yeah. But like coming back from injury, I mean, Brubaker and Efros are like the unluckiest guys in the world. They keep getting set. Cousins, add him to the list. So it's like the crippled team of three. So unfortunately,
no, you're right. One thing the Yankees don't lack is catchers. I mean, they have a nice array of catchers, but I don't like giving them away anymore, Jason. We gave the Mets Torrance. We gave the Red Sox Narvaez. I mean, come on already. Enough.
So what?
What?
Yeah, what?
The bad news, though? The bad news is I heard Cunningham is back on the IL after just getting off.
Oh, that's the problem with the rookie guys. You get so excited and everything, and then boom, they gotta have a big problem.
Cunningham was a fast riser before he got hurt. It wouldn't have surprised me if he ended the season in Double-A.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Well, again, we're going to see tonight's game now, guys. You see it as being a bullpen game for the Yankees. You think now Clark Smith is pitching tonight, correct?
Yeah.
What are you feeling on that? You think he can handle this lineup like Fried did? And what do you see? 5 innings, 6 innings? What do you see out of him?
5 innings, 6 tops. I don't think we'll see 7, but I think the Royals might score a run or 2 more, and the Yankees will probably score a run or 2 less. So, and I'm fine with that. If the Yankees win, they win the series. So that's all that matters. If Mick can do what he needs to do, keep them in the game while not overtaxing the bullpen too much, then that's a good thing. I mean, the last 2 weeks or so, the rotation has not helped the bullpen at all. Some pitchers have chosen the worst time to have the worst games of their year, right? From Yarbrough to Warren, all collectively in the span of 2 weeks. So, which put a lot of stress on the bullpen. And when you have that stress on the bullpen, especially guys coming back from an injury, there's nothing you can really do about it. So, and Boone can do about it too. It's not managing the bullpen. That's what he has to deal with. So, and he's not the guy that calls up or sends down guys. That's Brian Cashman who does that. So, this is why I think the need for probably 2 arms, high leverage back in the bullpen will probably be a good idea for the Yankees if they can do that. At least one, but guys that can actually get players out and not walk guys, because I think that's in mind as well. You get 3 guys. Every reliever, if you walk 1 or 2 of them, you're already putting the next guy up at a disadvantage. So, productive outs here.
One thing we talked about yesterday is trading for Bird, a guy like Bird from Colorado. And one thing I mentioned to Jason is, in addition to Bird, I wouldn't mind adding that the comp pick that Colorado has. So if we can create a package for Bird and the comp pick to Colorado, maybe that would be something to look into.
74, right? 74.
74, yes. Pick number 74.
No.
So that makes it more. Adding a comp pick makes it more attractive to give up maybe a couple high level prospects, so you can at least have another pick to replace the prospect.
And the Yankees don't have a 2nd-round pick because they gave it away when they signed Max Fried, who was attached.
That's another reason why trading. If you're trading for Bird, try to trade for the pick.
If you can, yeah.
If you can, and that might mean giving away a high levels prospect that you might not want to. But if you, as I said, with the pick, you can immediately have a replacement.
And the majority of our high level prospects, are blocked positions anyway.
Well, that's exactly why I think it's smart to try to trade for an additional pick for the 2 reasons that we lost 2 picks, and we can try to get a pick back.
Yep.
CT and Jonathan, I know your times are valuable. Really appreciate you guys being on. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning, or possibly the pregame show later on at 4. Thank you again. If you have any final says,
Jonathan, you go first, Jonathan.
Thank you. I'm hoping to see another good game tonight. Tonight is we talked about Schmidt, I think.
Yep.
Schmidt, as long as Schmidt can control his pitches, not pitch too, not overthrow his pitches, the one thing I don't want to see 70 pitches through the 4 innings.
No.
If he can limit his pitches to, let's say, 15 pitches per inning, 15 to 17 pitches per inning, I think he could go 6 innings.
Okay, Jonathan. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you soon. Okay. Thank you again. You take care. CT, go ahead.
I'm going to say that this is going to be really based off the first few innings from Clark, in my opinion. We'll see what he's got tonight. Hopefully he's got it. Hopefully he can give us 5 or 6 innings. I'm cool with that overall, but I'd like to see him get deeper in the games. But his pitch count definitely concerns me, just like Jonathan said. So I'm in agreement with him. But let's go Yankees, and thanks Joe and Jason. Nice to have you on. Thank you. So take care, everybody.
Thank you for all your good work. Continue, and we'll see you later. Okay.
Take care, guys.
Thank you so much for your valuable time. Well, Jason, we do have another pal of yours waiting in the wings that wants to say hello. Another co-host here of New York Yankee Mania. Ken, good morning.
Hey.
What's up, handsome?
I actually got another shout out this morning when just before I got my coffee.
Again?
I got the ugly truth is in the house, but I followed up and got the backstory on it. There is a group of truckers that do the preloading thing at Big Charlie's Truck Plaza. They put us on the speaker over there during our play-by-play. So at night, they're listening to our games. They had a message for Joe. They said, Debbie Downer, they were winning last night. Why are you complaining? And Goldie is not a bozo.
Oh, you couldn't wait to get the. You see, Jason.
Oh, I couldn't. I could not wait to put that barb out there.
You couldn't wait for this, and you're embarrassing me in front of Jason. I hope you know that.
They called you Debbie Downer. You got your own nickname here in Virginia Beach.
You guys are local celebrities now, so it doesn't matter.
Jason, do you see the respect I get, Jason?
You got truckers listening to you. That's freaking awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. They put us.
You couldn't wait to get this out to me, could you? He was no wonder why he's going like this in the back. He never does that. You know, Ken, if I didn't care about you, you know what I would do, right?
I'd be out of here.
Going in the ring like they want us to do in Madison Square Garden. We're going to make Jason the referee. And then we're going to go after CT cards.
Jason's probably healthier than both of us and whoop us both. So I'm not really feeling that one.
Not when I have The Undertaker and Cody Rhodes with me.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, you know, to get. I didn't realize they were putting us on the loudspeaker there.
Cool.
So that's awesome.
How many people listen about? Do you know?
He says there are 20, 30 people that sit there at the stop. Regulars that are doing loads, taking them locally, you know, from the Amazon warehouse to the big deposit drop spots. Some of them are doing stuff for Walmart. They're just truckers and the regional truckers doing independent work.
If they're so good and nice to us, they'll at least subscribe, press the like button to all of our shows. Then they can say that I'm a bozo. But right now, if they're not,
they didn't call you a bozo. They told.
If he's not to your channel and he's not to mine, then who's the bozo? Not me. Not me.
Didn't call you a bozo, brother. Said Goldie's not a bozo. Your own words flipped on you.
Come on, I only said that in the chat to have a little fun. You didn't have
yeah,
to
but I said it out loud on the stream.
Oh my God! You see, Jason. I mean, really.
But
I got no respect.
You guys are entertaining and therapeutic for these truckers to listen to. That's good, man. That's good.
Next thing we'll know, Jason, we're gonna get those, those headphones. 10-4, big boy. What was that years ago? I don't even remember.
They're gonna put you guys on the intercom soon. All the whole place. Look at listen to these guys.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing there. They've got us on the loudspeaker there.
It's awesome.
Who pays
you know what would be? You know what's going to happen is these guys are going to start doing these cross country routes and tuning into us.
Yeah.
So we'll be heard across the country.
Could you imagine what guys with my rants?
Yeah.
How that sounds on this loudspeaker? Oh my God! Now I know why we get listeners. That's incredible.
Imagine trucker dialogue. Go May Breaker 5 too. Can you listen to this?
Joe's at it again. Joe's at it again.
That is such a cool thing, though. You know, I started my channel just wanting to give people a voice, and it seems that it's picking up locally and spreading. So, that's pretty freaking awesome.
That's
I mean,
cool.
I only have 110 subscribers, but I'm curious how many more are out there listening.
That's awesome. I'm very impressed, guys. Proud of you both. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, but who's the father at the time? That's you, baby. You're the one. You're the one that gave me the inspiration. And Ken, I got to admit, I have the both of you. You both gave me inspiration to keep going and enjoying what I'm doing, and I love every minute of it. And I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, it's just it gives you a purpose. Especially when you retired. I mean, I love it. I mean, I retired a little bit earlier, and I love every minute of it to be with family, friends, and so I love that. But this is just an inspiration to all of us.
It's fun when you
I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, Jason, did you get a chance to listen to our interview with Jabba Chamberlain?
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was listening in.
I thought he was a great guest. He was very, very inspirational. Very, very nice guy. Excellent guy.
He's very.
Yeah, he was awesome, and so I don't know. I getting back now with the Yankees. I feel they're going to have a nice week. I don't know. I feel more confident. Maybe because they won 10-2. I'm not sure, but I do feel very confident for this week. And even going into Fenway of the big bag Boston Red Sox, I think they're going to do business with Kansas City, and the big lift. I think that that Giancarlo Stanton, one of those games is going to come back. I don't think they're going to wait till next week, especially if he shows more again, like he did last night. Another 3-4 at bats tonight, maybe a couple tomorrow. And my wish is I like to see him Friday night. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I have a feeling he gets activated for Boston too.
You do?
Yeah. Jason and I talked about it. There's little doubt in my mind that he's going to be there in Boston, especially based off of his performance at Somerset, where his swing looks to be in there. He may not be hitting home runs, but he's getting singles. So that tells you it's a precursor for him breaking out big. He gets a couple more days of at-bats. He's been hitting off a Treject machine and been doing live BP hitting. So he's a designated hitter. It's not going to take much to work him up to the major league level.
And also chomping at the bit right now. He made it clear last night that Somerset's not where he wants to be. So
exactly, because he's a major leaguer,
right?
And he hasn't touched the field for us yet. And he's seeing how a lot of the Yankee fans. I don't understand it. We lose a couple of series, and all of a sudden we're in the toilet. But if you look at the reality, we're in first place.
Mm-hmm.
People are still chasing us.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I was insane when looking at OPS when we had 4 players that had an OPS over 700, and everyone was in the 6s and the 5s.
Yeah.
This year, this entire lineup is 700 or higher.
Huh?
And you talk about, such and such is struggling. Well, guess what? In a 162-game season, people are going to struggle. Even Aaron Judge will have his dip.
The longest season in all professional sports. The longest season.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't. The thing that worries me is I can't stand them being on Amazon Prime, and everybody knows my feeling on that. To me, do you want to talk about a Debbie Downer? That's a downer. I can't stand them when they're on there. They don't win.
You know what? I'd rather be on Amazon Prime than Apple TV. Apple TV drives me nuts.
Peacock, or I don't know why you need 5 memberships to watch all the Yankee games.
I know. It's all about the mighty dollar, as it always is. I mean, there's no reason they're going to have to do something, Jason, where they combine this. I mean, when you watch the Yankees on Amazon, unless you have another TV close by or you have it on your phone, you can't do anything. You can't enjoy. I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't go click, watch another game. Click.
Yeah, but you know what?
Something else.
That's a sign of the times. Because Joe, you remember when we were kids, you had one baseball game on Saturday, And that was the only thing that was published. If you weren't listening to it on radio, you had to look at the newspapers to get the box scores to figure out what the hell had actually happened. And that's where people of our generation had creative imaginations, because you didn't have the benefit of the TV or the radio or the internet. You had box scores, and you could imagine going through a game seeing this is what happened. And that's probably part of the reason why, like when I go to professional games, even minor league games, I keep a scorebook, because it's like a recorded history of a game that I attended. And as I get older, things aren't as crisp and I don't remember them as well, but I can always look at that scorebook and it tells me a story of something great or crappy that happened.
Yeah.
99 says ESPN might be worse than Apple TV. Well, we don't have to deal with them much longer, and that's a good sign. Jason, who would you like to see get that contract? Would you like to see NBC? Who would you like to get that contract?
Probably.
Well, Peacock has already got their foot in the football arena, so they're doing sportscast, and if you ever look at their Thursday night games, they're actually very good. They're not clowns.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to get John Smoltz out of the booth.
Oh God, how do you really feel?
Well, I'll tell you what. I will be so happy not to hear Eduardo Perez either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, poor Cone. Cone is in the middle of Yankee haters. I hate that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, man, those dudes bash the Yankees at freaking will. It's like free salvo fire from the pregame. It doesn't even have to start in the game. It's pregame.
Yeah.
Sean Browning goes NBC. Bob Costas. I don't know. He might be past his prime, being an announcer full time again for NBC. He's been criticized on MLB TV, MLB Network. So I doubt he's going to go full time with NBC. I like to see who they would grab if NBC does get it back. I miss those days, man. The World Series on NBC, the game of the week on Saturday. I really, and the Yankees were always fared very well in those days, especially NBC. The Yankees always did very well. So, I mean, you look at all these things, you get superstitious and you see this, but Amazon Prime is just, it's way out there. I'm sorry. It stops you from watching, from doing, anything, even your job. You literally have to have 2-3 TV. I know, Ken. I understand your point of years ago. Yes, we used to watch the Yankees occasionally on WPIX, in the radio WMCA, and all of that. But now it's different. We're spoiled, and we can do it. We can watch anything we want. But I also would like a control. If I want to watch the Yankees, if I want to see what's going on, heaven forbid, the Met game. If you want to see what's going on MLB Network, you can't do any of that. You need another TV. You need your phone. You have to be connected to your cable company. Why? It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's technology. As technology advances, media advances. It's the progression of life. You look at the time like my father. My father lives in St. Thomas Virgin Islands with his father. My grandfather. They didn't have TV. What they had is shortwave radio that they could hear from New York City, and would sit on the porch and listen to Yankee games. That was the big highlight for them.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
We don't have any more Mel Allens, so
no.
Well, and that was the beauty. Even my grandfather telling me stories about the great Yankee teams of the 20s and 30s, talked about the announcing that went on and how they would paint such a picture that you could imagine it in your mind.
Yeah, it's completely different now.
So he would sit there and say, Ruth and Gehrig went back to back. I didn't see it because there wasn't a TV or a film slot. I pictured it in my mind.
Yeah.
And, by the time I saw him, he was in where I could understand him, he was in his late 60s, and those pictures were still vivid in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
How loud the crowd was, and you could really just paint the story. effectively.
That's part of what I try to do. Like when I'm doing the play-by-play, is to paint that picture.
Yeah.
I sat back and as I paid more attention to like the yes announcers, they're chatting and then throwing baseball in. It's not like they're actually they'll come up for the big moments like the home run or a screw up or something like that. But for the most part, it's a running dialogue between Michael Kay and whoever the hell is there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're 100% right. And I just don't get it. I mean, why don't, my question to the Yankee brass is, what happened to a local television? Even the Mets have WPI. The Mets are on the old Yankee station, and they've stayed there. And they give the people what they want on the weekends, and sometimes on Monday, sometimes on Tuesday. The Yankees, either you see them on Yes or Amazon Prime or this one or that one. I mean, is that fair to the New York fan? I don't think so. But I know when it comes to money, nothing's fair. We understand that. But we're all selfish. There's no reason why they can't be on free TV. Why not? What happened to that? They were doing great. Yeah, it's all about the money. But Jason, what money? They make money.
And
A
that's
few million dollars more is not going to make that much of a difference.
But Joe, the long and short, they may be making money, but they are pumping it out as quick as it's coming in. There's not a huge profit margin there.
Yeah, because they have a $300 million payroll. If they had a $200 million payroll, like these other people these other teams that don't spend, they'd be walking on air. It's a $300 million payroll. What do you want?
The teams that don't spend have payrolls under $100 million,
and they're making it, and they're doing very well. They're not caring. The Yankees care, but the thing is, when they hit 303, 302, 305, we got a nickel and dime for everybody else that we need.
But the long and short is teams like the Yankees are being penalized for improving the teams, and that's crap. We lose draft picks. We lose international free agent money. We're getting hit in the pocketbook. And additionally, we have to subsidize the small market teams. We gave up, what, $136 million last year to subsidize teams?
They can't
to subsidize teams like Pittsburgh, Oakland, freaking Miami. Did they spend jack on their rosters to improve the team? No. They get our money. They get high draft picks because they stink. We're not even picking in the first round this year. We're in the compensatory round.
39.
But that's what makes me that gets me crazy when the Yankees are cheap. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. Hey, listen, Hal, I'll never forget that interview he had with Meredith about 18 months ago. And he said, I don't need to have a $200 million payroll. So she flipped the dial. She said, now you're at $300 million. He goes, it's insane. But I don't think we have a choice. If they want to compete, to win a championship, this is what it is. And maybe in 2 years, they're going to need a $400 million payroll.
Look at the teams that have the big payrolls. They're all in the biggest markets.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, the Dodgers, we won't even talk about. They're in another stratosphere.
Well, they also have an ownership group worth $400 billion.
Right.
So that's a completely different entity with like multiple owners. The Yankees just have the Yankees, and that's it.
And I mean, you look back historically at the Yankees when George had the team. George was a monster in shipping. He had a business that helped him build the team.
Yeah. And he didn't have to deal with revenue sharing. He didn't have to do all this other stuff, the Cohen threshold, none of that stuff.
Until the end of his reign, that started coming as he unfortunately was, his health was going down and down. But listen, we could have a lot worse owners. I mean, Hal is he just does what he feels he can do. He says he's putting money into the team, and he is. And there's only so much that they can do. I mean, they are paying for a lot of things. And believe me, we're not feeling sorry for them. There's money coming in no matter what. especially every playoff game that goes on. Money, money, money. It's just all about the money. And I think the way we're leading, I believe we're going to have a strike next year. I really do. Do you guys think that?
I think
it's 27.
26 after 26, yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be some kind of work stoppage, and mainly because of this Ohtani contract and Soto contract.
Right.
And they need to sit down, in my opinion, to figure out a way to stop penalizing teams that spend. And if you're going to penalize the recipients of the revenue sharing, let them drop 10 draft picks, or give the teams that get the money to them their number one draft pick. Do something like that. Why are we penalizing the Yankees for everything? And why?
It's always penalizing the Yankees.
Nobody can explain that, right? So, and that's a problem. And again, like it is what it is. That the Dodgers don't escape it, the Red Sox don't escape it, the Cubs, the Phillies, they all get penalized. But the Yankees are also financing a stadium which is scheduled to be paid off in 2030, 2031. And that's just put in perspective. They spent about $1 billion on this, right? And over 20 years, that's essentially $50 million a year, not including interest. So they're paying almost $100 million a year to pay down the stadium, and that's out of their revenues. So there's less after these expenses than people think. Eventually, it'll be freed up at some point, but the talking points that the Yankees are, I don't care this, I don't care that. Well, of course people don't care. They have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to finances, right? Let's just be honest with it. So it's money. Well, it's easier said than done. You're not the one signing these big checks to 100 people. So it's hard to do. It is hard to do. And
the thing that the Yankee fans do, is they always want the new shiny toy on the block. Well, the new shiny toy, like a freaking pitcher that costs $25 million, is actually not costing the Yankees $25. It's costing us $50.
Yes.
Because of the threshold that we can't avoid it.
We're in the muck, and it's a continuous chain circle.
And look at the from last year, Willie Adames, $180 million. He's not playing up to his contract.
He's hitting 194.
$180. People wanted him badly, right? We got to get Willie Adames. You can't get Anthony Volpe. Volpe's 10 times better than Willie Adames at 1% of the price.
Joe, without a doubt. Another thing that's surprising is I know the Phillies have had some injuries and crucial ones, but if they're not careful, Jason, they're going to go down real fast. I mean, the Mets are just out. They're an outclassing team. They're just there. I mean, they're just going on and on. Period.
Well, when they play 6 games against the freaking Rockies, what do you expect?
Well, listen. Regardless, they're still a major league team. And
barely.
And because of that, a lot of they woke up. A lot of their players woke up. It woke Juan Soto up because he's starting to be Juan Soto again. And in that lineup, it's scary. They're getting back the old version of Jeff McNeil. He's hitting in the clutch again. I mean, there's a lot of factors on that Met team. A lot of people got to be a little weary about them, and especially the Dodgers. The Dodgers this year, they're going to have their hands full with a team like the Mets. I'm telling you guys, it's not easy pickings. The Mets are raw. And they're probably going to get whatever they need at that trade deadline. I'm sure the checkbook's going to be open.
And the Braves are 10 games under 500?
Yeah, the Braves. I think I think that's dumb.
That's what leads me to believe that they're going to part with some assets this trade deadline.
Yeah.
And I've been reviewing their roster. There's some very fine players that are going to be turned loose, and they're going to be at a premium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The team that scares me at the trade deadline, and Jason, I don't know if you agree with this, but I'm worried. My worry is the Tigers get another elite pitcher.
I have a feeling they're going to wind up with if Freddie Peralta gets moved. I think the Tigers get Freddie Peralta. If Sandy Alcantara gets moved, I have a feeling the Cubs get him. I think those two teams. I think the Cubs are going to be active. I think the Tigers. I think they will add a big arm one way or the other.
Yeah, I do too.
I can see the Dodgers throwing their hat in the ring with the state of their rotation.
Dodgers.
They just put Gonsolin, who pitched very well against us, on the IL.
Yeah, and there's a rumor floating around that they might trade for Brian Reynolds from the Pirates, the outfield.
They get everybody.
Really?
One way or the other, they end up on the Dodgers, Jason. No matter what. Oh, he's going to the Dodgers. He's available. Oh, he's going to the Dodgers.
Yeah, but you got to look at the Dodgers. Their farm system is stacked. There's not a way forward for a lot of those guys into the major leagues. They've got long-term contracts with deferrals on a crap load of players.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. So
it's better to move those players that have no chance of. I mean, you don't want to hold the progression of the next Hank Aaron or Derek Jeter in the minor leagues because he's got no spot on your major league roster.
Mm-hmm.
Let the kid thrive and contribute to baseball and bring it to life.
Yep.
No, I agree. We're going to have to, and I mean, I agree with Jason that, I mean, obviously the Yankees are going to be hunting every which way. I still believe they're going to make a deal before anywhere near the trade deadline. And I think that, maybe the trade deadline day, you might get a little deal here, a little deal there, but the bulk of the Yankee load, I think, is going to happen before July 30th.
And they hunt very quietly too. They don't.
Yeah.
So all we're going by is beat writer and social media chatter, right?
Right.
So that's where people get lost in the woods with narratives and talking points and blah blah blah. So, and I think it's better that Cashman doesn't leak anything. They just make a move, and you find out later that they made a move.
Jason,
Yeah.
I know on your channel you did a round talk on the trade deadline. We'd like to do something, and get yourself and Ken and NFE involved to do something like that as we get closer. So I was hoping that we can hopefully work something out where we can have a nice round table discussion as we get closer to the trade deadline.
Let me know when you're thinking. I'll see if I can make it.
Okay, I'll give you plenty of time. And now, and your schedule is what, better in the morning? Is it better in the evening?
It
doesn't. Okay, as long as you have time.
I have a conference call I'm going to be hopping on in like 2 minutes. So
yeah, I figure we'll put on a special show for it, and we'll do a nice roundtable discussion. We'll field questions from the chat, and I think that would be cool. The four of us.
I do drop-offs in the morning, then I do pickups in the afternoon right now, 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So I pick up one at 4. So,
Jason, the fact of life is you're running two businesses. You've got a herd of girls that you're taking care of. So there is no stable time in life. I remember those days.
Yeah.
And he also has a pain in NY Mania wanting him to come on all the time. So he's only one person.
Yeah.
But he finds a way. And I think with school ending, I think might be a little bit easier for you, especially if the girls are going on,
I still have to do the pickups and drop-offs at the same times, even at camp.
Yeah, it's summer camp. Summer camp doesn't go away. It's just like modified school.
Yeah. I hope my plan to retire at 50 happens. So.
Well, Jason,
what do you now?
That was my plan. I was able to invest and retire at 50.
Yeah.
Complete.
Nice, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the thing that you're gonna find out is your time isn't your time even when you're retired.
Right now I get the leftover time. It's my girls and my wife's.
So you have 2 years. You have 2 years of work and you're done.
Well, that's the plan.
Oh, good luck to you, man.
That's
Prayers to St. Anthony for you.
I mean, I already have my girls' college taken care of, so all 3 of them. That's already allocated aside, so I don't have to worry about that.
Thank
Uh,
God. That's great.
Well,
Well, listen, God's with you. I mean, at all times, man. You got to do it. Just
I just gotta set these things up ahead of time. So I want to have their weddings taken care of and all that stuff too. So I have
yeah, Daddy's got to come through, baby. That's what it's all about.
a college
Bring it-
first. That's already
Yes.
that's side. It's allocated. It's sitting interest for 18 years. So that's done. That's done.
We do have one little guy waiting in the wings to give some exciting news. And Jason, can you hold on a few more minutes, or do you have to go?
I have a conference call at 9:35, so I got 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes, okay? And all right, so then we'll. Stay on, and while he's talking, whatever. If you need to drop off, by
Will
all
do.
means. I just thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you soon. Okay? Hold on.
Hey,
There he
Jason.
is, Mr.
Yo.
Nippin.
What's up, Jason? What's up,
The
Joe?
guy
What's up,
that loves to text and text and text and text. You're driving me nuts.
What's up? What's up? Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing?
All right, we're doing all right, but go ahead, give us your good news because you're the man.
Yo, so next Monday, June 17th or June 16th, I got my guy Brandon Puffer coming on the show for Joe, 4 p.m. Eastern. Tune in, everyone. Brandon Puffer will be on the show. He has a great story, amazing story, inspiring. Also, he's been through a lot, and he's a former MLB pitcher. He was in prison. He has a book out there. He's been through it, man. So everybody, please tune in on June 16th, Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. He'll be on Joe's show, and glad that my team and I can help out with this another guest. And so far, we've been getting you guys quality guests on the show. First, Kevin Mensch, Java, and then now Brandon Puffer. So Puffer is really looking forward to it on Monday. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we can't thank you enough, man.
Yeah.
I wanted you to come and I didn't want to just say it out there. I want it to be done properly and the right way. And that's why I waited for you. I don't want you to think I was not thinking about it. You have to come on because you're the man that's doing it. And I can't thank you enough. You know that. I thank you every 5 minutes. Working with all you guys has just been what a godsend. I mean, really. I don't know what I did to deserve you guys, but whatever I did, all I could say is salute to each and every one of you and all your families, because you guys have been a big inspiration for me. I had a couple of things going on and everything, and I was just, but this has brought me back to where I should be, and that is having fun and loving life and loving each and every one here in the chat and on the show. Whatever we can do, God bless us all. I love each and every one of you guys, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And thank you so much.
Surround yourself with good people. Spend more time loving than hating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no question. And we love the Yankees, and they're gonna come through. I'm so excited to see Giancarlo Stanton, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, I hope
you say, well, then he's gonna strike out. Doesn't matter. I want him there. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Jason is awesome, man.
No, he is. Now in the chat, don't think I forgot about you guys, but it's not
What's up,
every
Ed?
day that we have Jason. CT Cards goes, whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. I'm not starting with him. No way in heck. Stephen B., how you doing? CD Cards, he set most Ks in the home runs in the same season. Don't start with the Dino Bravo. I'm not taking that.
Guys, I got breaking news.
Go ahead.
It's about Marcus Stroman. Ready?
He's hurt.
No, it says the Yankees have announced Marcus Stroman is currently scheduled to rehab with the Somerset Patriots and is expected to start the first game of the today's doubleheader.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that is breaking news. You heard it here, folks. What time is the first game?
I think it should be 11 o'clock.
Wow, that's great. I hope Jason got to hear that. Marcus Stroman is going to pitch game 1 of the Somerset doubleheader. So everyone, it's something to watch in the afternoon. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Yes will
Okay.
have it on
First game is at 4 o'clock, I think you say.
4 o'clock. It wouldn't surprise me if it was on Yes, but if you go on MLB.TV and you have the subscription to watching all the games, you'll be able to see it. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for breaking that news. I'm telling you, Jonathan is losing his up there. A lot of guys are breaking stories on the show now, guys. So you guys are great, really. I mean, that's awesome. Let's see what he's got. I'm sure he should be able to take care of minor leaguers, but hey. And it's only gonna make possibly, if he's healthy, either he gets traded or a guy like Clark Smith or we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it should be a lot of fun. The ride is going to be great for the next 2 months for the Yankees, and we'll see where exactly we are at this point. 99/22. Let's see. I'd rather see Stroman than Schmidt. You guys agree with that?
That's a scary narrative. I'd rather see none of them.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy cow. The last memory I have of Stroman is the Giants game. I don't want to see him pitching as a starter. The Cecilia. Oh, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Jake?
My memory pans to Marcus Stroman starting at Boston, having 9 stolen bases between him and Trevino, and the Yankees getting humiliated.
Oh, God. Neighbor says, let's see. Can we get Cease as a rental? I don't think the Padres are going to do anything of that sort. There's no way. They're in the thick of things. Absolutely not.
They're kicking the teeth of the Dodgers in too.
Yeah, they are actually. And any word on Michael King? Of what's going on with him?
Nothing yet. I haven't heard anything about Michael King.
CT Card says I'd rather have King over Cease.
Dude,
Me too.
I want Michael King back, man. He is what a stud he is.
Yeah, that was a crazy. Go ahead.
The best thing that could have happened to King is probably being traded to the Padres. He was able to come out and be a full-time starter. They worked with him, did things that he probably couldn't have done here in the Bronx. He's about to become a free agent, and good things are going to happen to him. Wish him all the luck. He may come back to the Bronx. I'm not sure about that. But he's a stand-up guy. Can't wish for anything but good things for him.
And I'm sure he'd welcome coming back.
And so long, I'll be happy so long as he doesn't sign with the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's true. That's another that's another problem that we have to worry about. King now Holmes. So now it was both. Well, listen, Holmes was going anywhere. They were not going to pay that price for Holmes, and I think they had Williams in their rearview mirror. So I don't think the Yankees are too rah-rah on losing Holmes, even though he is pitching very well for the New York Mets. So I don't think that was. I think it was in the plans. They were letting him go no matter what. So but more pitchers that are going to be on the block. I see Severino going to a contender.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see that. And another guy that I think we miss in the bullpen, and that's from '99, is Tommy Kahnle. He did a lot of good work for the Yankees. Yeah, granted, he's a little wild in the beginning. He had 3 stints with the Yankees, and really all of them have been very, very good. And he didn't sign for a lot of money with Detroit, So I don't know what the thing was. The Yankees just wanted to go in a different direction.
You
Maybe
talking about
get-
Jack Flaherty?
What was that?
Who you
No,
talking
Tommy
about?
Kahnle.
Oh, Tommy Kahnle. Okay.
Saying yeah. Hey John Ferrazzo, welcome to the stream. I think King would love to be a Yankee again, and they just have to ante up. Yeah, well, there is money coming off the books. We know that, but we're gonna probably need a third baseman in the off season. Probably, we're gonna need maybe another starter, maybe another reliever, and of course they have to worry about the bench. So that's that there's Yankees have work to do, and if they could solve one or two at the trade deadline and have these guys stay for a year or two, it'll make the winter look like Disneyland. If they don't, then they have a lot of work to do.
In my opinion,
Was that?
in my opinion, they need to make multiple moves here at the deadline.
Yeah.
They need a couple pitchers and another hitter. And you saw what Abbott did yesterday, complete game against the Guardians. So that's a pitcher that Ken wants, and he showed it last night what he can do on the mound. And man, the Yankees, that's a pitcher that the Yankees should target. But they need Suarez. I want Suarez from Arizona also. That's the guy.
Yeah, but they're starting to play better, Arizona. So I like Kenneth said from the outset, I don't think they're going to be sellers. They got to be floored by the Yankees to give up. Maybe you could get Kelly, but they still have to be floored. And listen, if he's not, just remember, whoever the Yankees get, we want them here for a year or two, because it only makes the winter meetings and all those free agent signings that much easier for the Yankees. What good is it if you get rentals and then they're gone? So, okay, the offseason, we need a third baseman. We need another infielder. We need another pitcher. We have to cover Garrett Cole. Then you have, and not to mention that Weaver and Williams are free agents. So you got to worry about that too. The Yankees have some work to do.
Weaver, Williams, Goldschmidt, possibly Bellinger, Grisham.
Mhm.
So there are some significant pieces that could come off the board for the Yankees this offseason.
Yes, I agree. And
some of it could be patchwork through our minor league system. You could bring Rumsfeld up possibly to take a first base slot. If Rice is still part of the team, I still think he's getting moved at the deadline.
Yeah.
Outfield, Spencer Jones coming up is a distinct possibility for next season. But are we going to play a bunch of rookies and first-year guys in the Bronx? That'll definitely lower payroll.
Yeah.
And for all of you DJ haters out there, stop. I'm liking what the machine is doing. As bad as looking as crisp as it has been. And people have talked about DJ's limited range at second base. He made a couple of spectacular plays last night involving a lot of range, including a diving catch in short right field.
Yep. Where the other guys look sick with Dominguez's fly balls. Two of them, the same exact place.
Devil's triangle.
And
Yeah,
Joe, Joe, he's not a bozo, okay?
Who's that now?
LeMahieu is not a bozo.
I never said he was a bozo.
I'm joking with you.
No, I know. You know what? 99 Weaver will cost $10 million. Well, you know what? The $10 million that they're getting for Giancarlo Stanton will go to Weaver, and probably they'll add $2 million to that. I could see Weaver get $12 million a year. I really do. $10 million's a good start, but I think
deserves
it's
12. He deserves $12 million too.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
Well,
and as far as Williams, we'll see. I mean, I don't see it, but we'll see.
I tell you what, this offseason, they're going to have a glut of closers out there on the free agent market. You got Munoz from the Mariners. You got Jansen from the Angels. You have Weaver and Williams from the Yankees. You have, I think there are two more that are not coming to the top of my head.
Yeah, well, there's going to be no shortage of the Yankees getting another killer bullpen. That's for sure. Ken 99 has a question for you. Would you rather have Ian Kennedy start Game 7 of the World Series, or have Pablo Reyes and Peraza and Vivas batting 1, 2, 3?
If I'm dependent on Hamilton to start Game 7 of the World Series, I better have a deep bullpen because we're going to be going to them quick.
Oh, Ken, are you ready for the other list for the closers, free agents? So
Yes.
we got Rezdel Azgeskis, what's his name? From the Angels.
Rysel and Iglesias.
Yeah. Ryan Hazley, and
Oh,
Ryan.
yeah.
Hensley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to have him.
Ryan Presley is another one.
Okay. So, like I said, there's going to be no shortage of quality closers available. I think the Yankees will dip their toes in the market and probably end up with two. I'd like to see a shorter term deal with Weaver since he's older, and a longer term deal with Helsley that brings you the crossfire of a left right combination.
Yeah.
As we're ready, we've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. As we're ready to sign off in a couple of minutes, guys, I want to give a shout out to Uncle Tats. His show is going to be starting at 10 o'clock in just a little over 13 minutes. So if it would be nice to go over there and
Pinstripe Chronicles.
What was that?
It's the Pinstripe Chronicles.
Yes, Pinstripe. I was going to say that. You gave me a chance.
Hey, Paulie, leave the gun. Grab the cannolis.
Cannolis, yes. So shout out to Uncle Tats. He was a great guest the other day, helping us out and coming on. And he did text me and say that he would love to come on again. And, we appreciate it. So I just want to give a shout out to Pinstripe Chronicles, and also Nitin, of course, as always. Thank you so much for working hard for us. We can't thank you enough here at NY Yankee Mania, and you're a big part of us. And thank you, Ken. The same thing. Ken, you're not doing the play-by-play today. Are you doing any other show aside? You're going to come on at 4:00 on our pregame.
I'll be on your pregame at 4.
Okay. Okay.
Nitin, I'll be listening to various streams at the bowling alley because this is bowling night, and generally lately my games have gone with the Yankees. So if the Yankees play like shit, I bowl like it. So I'm looking for a good Yankee night to break Joe's Amazon losing streak.
You got it.
For me to roll my 800 series tonight.
Oh, I hope so. At least 650 is not bad either, which means you bowled a 200.
All right, Joe.
What was that?
June 17th. We have another guest for you, Joe. Ready for this?
Now what?
Breaking news. Breaking news.
What now?
We have booked you, Clint Hurdle, for June 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Boom.
Whoa.
Boom.
What did I do to deserve this?
Boom, 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 boom.
Madon, holy cow. You heard that here. Clint Hurdle.
Colorado Rockies hitting coach is coming on Tuesday, June 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern.
One time he was their manager, correct?
Yep.
And he was also the first-round draft pick of the New York Mets.
Yeah, Clint just confirmed it with us, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Wow. Okay.
This is when they're on the road trip. This is when they're going to be playing against Washington D.C., the Nationals. So,
well, you heard the breaking news, guys. Stay. Maybe if I stay on another couple of minutes, he's going to tell us we're going to have Anthony Volpe. No, I mean that day is really going to you're really tiring me out that day. We got a morning show. We've got the 10 o'clock. We've got the 4 o'clock. I'm going to need some backup, guys. Really, wow. And now that's this coming Monday.
What?
Right? It's this coming. What is it? Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday, June 17th.
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. I'm sorry. Okay.
Monday is Brandon Puffer.
Oh, okay. I thought they were on the same day. I'm sorry. I just got a little confused. Okay. So we have.
Well, you know that stuff happens with age. Confusion often sets in.
I don't let the age is a number. That's all it is. So guys, you heard that. Clint Hurdle at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, next Tuesday. And that should be a really cool interview, a really nice interview. Looking forward to all of that.
The question that I have for you
before we go.
The question that I have for you on Tuesday, are you going to still run the coffee, bagels, and pancakes show?
Yeah, we'll. I mean, we'll do something, and if we go off a little bit, or either that or just completely stay on, and we'll have guests. We'll have guests coming on, so we could do. We'll plan a good show. We'll plan something really cool where people come in and out, stay on for a few minutes, give their views of maybe the Yankee weekend against the Red Sox. And no, the show's got to stay on at 8:30. That's a constant. We got to keep that on.
No, this is a part of growing your show. So be prepared, man. You got to have some ammo. You got to have ammo, backup ammo here.
I'm ready.
Because right now you start at 8:30. We're at 8 minutes until 10. So that's going to put you on the horn for almost a baseball game.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, that's the case. But we got to pay the bills, right, guys? We got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So no, but that's great. I appreciate it. So yeah, we'll put something together. We'll put together a very good show, dynamite show, and we'll go forward from there. So, guys,
and a note to Celia. Her day is ruined with the news that Stroman is rehabbing now. If you're a half empty gal, then sure, that's going to bring you down.
First of all, no one in the chat is excited about Clint. Where is the Clint reaction? Come on, guys, cheer for Clint Hurdle.
Yeah, really.
No reaction.
I'm cheering. I'm already here. I'm not typing.
I know you can. I know. I'm talking about. I'm talking about
if you're looking at Stroman rehabbing, that's the first step of him being removed from our roster and freeing us up some payroll.
Yep.
So with the move of Stroman, we would actually be under the final level of the Cohen threshold, which gives us the latitude to add some salary.
Uh-huh.
That's great. No, that again. Well, anyway, guys, your final thoughts before we end the stream and come back at 4 p.m. for the pregame show, Ken?
Let's hope that we get a good outing out of Clark Schmidt there in Kansas City. They're a weak-hitting team.
Yep.
Their numbers are down low, so that bodes well for Clark. We're coming up against a bear in Chris Bubik, so hopefully we display the same patient at-bats that we had yesterday against their pitcher who had a .84 ERA, and we took him to task with 5 runs. So hopefully good things are on the continuance, and I will end as I usually do. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees. And Ken, you absolutely let's go Yankees. Ken, you're absolutely right. Looking forward to seeing what Marcus Stroman does today for Somerset. That's a big thing for him. So hopefully, if he does good, and if he keeps, this helps build up the trade stock potentially for him. So that's an important start for him today. Let's see what happens. But let's go Yankees.
The other thing that I have a question for is at Joe's 4 o'clock show, the pregame is going to be the same time that Stroman is pitching. So maybe you can provide some live updates on how he's actually doing.
Okay. Yeah. That's true. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You see, we got a thing for you too, Nipton. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, you're the man. But again, thank you everyone in the stream for staying on. till 10 o'clock here. I really appreciate it. And we're going to go a little bit longer next week at this time because of our guest on Monday and on Tuesday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very looking forward to both guests. And the Clint Hurdle news, I just found out with all you guys. So I really appreciate it and looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. And your team is amazing. And thank you so much for all of that. In the meantime, everyone, again, please stay true to yourself, stay healthy. We love all of you in the chat. And as I always say, God bless you, your family, your friends, everyone. And most importantly, God bless America. Go Yankees.
Go
See
Yankees.
you at
Let's
4
go.
p.m., everyone. 4 p.m. If there's any breaking news, you will see it on NY Yankee Mania. Just go to NY Yankee Mania and you'll get the updates. Take care, everyone. Enjoy a wonderful, beautiful Wednesday morning. Take care.